Hello everyone, welcome to Storytime. You are here with me, Miss Alyssa from Pocosin Public Library, and I want to thank you all for joining me today for our story time. And before I get started, I just have a quick announcement. We have started our winter reading program here at the library, and that is through Beanstack. So just like all of our reading challenges in the past, like our summer reading or the fall reading challenges, you just use your same Beanstack login, and you get prizes if you read. So read lots and log them, and then you'll get some neat fun prizes. And then at the very end of the challenge, which will end at the end of February, we'll have a special celebration to celebrate. And the books that I'm going to read today, you can definitely add to your reading log because I am reading with you today. So take note of the books that I read today, and you can add that to your log. So the Winter Reading Challenge has started, and that's through Beanstack. So log on and start logging and keep on reading. Alrighty. So we're gonna get started with story time, and today's theme is hibernation. So do you all know what hibernation is? I think some of you do. Yep, so that's when the animals, they burrow in their homes for all of winter, and they just sleep through all of the cold and dreary days. So bears hibernate, and I think rabbits might, I think even some bugs hibernate. So today's gonna be about hibernation, and I have some fun books about bears who hibernate. So let's get started. All right, so we have our hello song, and this one, if you've been joining me in the past, it's a brand new hello song, and this one we're going to use some sign language. So this one is called Hello Friends, and I'm gonna teach you some of the signs that we'll use. So the sign for hello is, we're gonna put your hand up to your forehead, and it's kind of like a salute. So we're just gonna bring our hand out. So this is hello. And then, so it's gonna go hello friends. So the sign for friends is we're going to take each of our index fingers and we're gonna crook them. So we're gonna curve them in, and we're going to hook them with each other. So each of our fingers are gonna hook together, and we're going to kind of just flip our hands over. So that's the sign for friends. So hello friends. Then we're gonna say that again, and then we're gonna say it's time to say hello. So time is like you're looking at a watch. So let's look at our watches. I have an imaginary watch today, so here's my watch, and you're gonna point to your watch. So it's time, and then say, the sign for say is we're going to use our pointer finger, and we're going to touch our mouths or our chins, and then we're just going to bring our hands out. So say, like we're talking. So it's time to say hello, and remember hello. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one time, and then I'll do it again so you can follow along. All right, ready? Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to say hello. Let's do that one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to say hello. Good job. So you can practice those signs at home. Each time you see someone, you see a friend or a neighbor, you can just say hello. And if they're your friend, you say hello friend. All right, so that is our hello song. So next we have a rhyme, sleepy bear roll. So we're going to count. So we have 5 sleepy bears, and they're going to move, and they're gonna roll. So we have 5 sleepy bears moving really slow. One yawns and stumbles and starts to roll. He rolls to a stop and begins to snore. How many bears are left to explore? So we started with 5. How many are left? 4. That's right. 4 sleepy bears moving really slow. 1 yawns and stumbles and starts to roll. He rolls to a stop and begins to snore. How many bears are left to explore? 5, 4, 3. 3 sleepy bears moving really slow. 1 yawns and stumbles and starts to roll. He rolls to a stop and begins to snore. How many bears are left to explore? 2. 2 sleepy bears moving really slow. 1 yawns and stumbles and begins to roll. He rolls to a stop and begins to snore. How many bears are left to explore? How many is left? 1. 1 sleepy bear moving really slow. 1 yawns and stumbles and begins to roll. He rolls to a stop and begins to snore. How many bears are left to explore? 0. No more bears are left because they're all sleeping. All right, that was Sleepy Bear Roll. So we're going to read our first book, and this is called Good Night Grizzlegrump by Erin Blecka. And we want to thank HarperCollins for giving us permission to read this story today. And this one is a fun one because it has so many fun sounds in it. So this one's about a bear, Grizzlegrump, and he's ready to hibernate, but he just can't find the perfect spot. Deep in the dark forest, where no man has ever set foot, lives a creature quite grouchy who goes by the name of Grizzlegrump. Autumn is here, and it's time for Grizzlegrump to hibernate. So, with a polite yawn, Grizzlegrump shuffles off in search of a quiet place to sleep. After finding the perfect spot in the trees, Grizzlegrump scratches and he sniffs. Then he teeters and he totters. Next he wiggles and he wobbles. He flips and flops, and finally he snoozes and snores. It's a snore. Nick knock, nick knock, nick knock. What's all that noise? Nick knock, nick knock, nick knock, nick knock, nick knock, nick knock. Oh, I think these are woodpeckers. They're all hammering into the tree bark. With a grumble and a mumble, Grizzlegrump lumbers off in search of a quieter place to sleep. Aha! This stream looks like a peaceful place for a long winter snooze. After finding the perfect spot next to the brook, Grizzlegrump scratches and he sniffs. Then he teeters and he totters. Next he wiggles and he wobbles. He flips and flops. Finally he snoozes and snores. Wop womp, wop womp. What's all that noise? Wop womp, womp womp, wop womp, wop womp, wop womp, wop womp. Oh no, a beaver is building a dam. With a moan and a groan, Grizzlegrump stumbles off in search of a quieter place to sleep. Aha! I'm sure to sleep it like a log in this dark, gloomy swamp. After finding the perfect spot in the marsh, Grizzlegrump scratches and he sniffs. Then he teeters and he totters. Next he wiggles and he wobbles. He flips and flops. Finally he snoozes and snores. Eep, meow, eep, meow. What's all that noise? Eep, meow, eep, meow, eep, meow, eep, meow. I think these are frogs, but they sound so funny. With a huff and a puff, Grizzlegrump stumps off in search of a quieter place to sleep. Surely there's somewhere here on this high mountaintop where I can take my long winter nap. Aha! A nice, quiet, warm cave. Tired out and trembling, Grizzle Grump stumbles in. But there's no scratching, no sniffing, no teetering, no tottering, no wiggling, no wobbling, and definitely no flipping. Just a great big flopping. It's time for me to hibernate! Slam! And the sign says, until spring. Finally, Grizzle Grump falls into a deep sleep. His loud snores echo out of the cave and through the woods. Ouch! Whoop whoop! So loud! Hip hop! What? Whoop doop! What's that sound? Mump lump! Shh! Eep merk! Quiet! Grunt groan. Pipe down! Rip roar! Inside voices. Oh my gosh, they're all saying something. Turn it down! Knick knock hush! We gotta get out of here! Let's go! Sweet dreams, Grizzle Grump! Oh my gosh, so what happened, Grizzle Grump? He finally found a place to sleep, but he's snoring so loudly and everyone is running away! So that was Good Night, Grizzle Grump. And wasn't that a fun book to read? Yeah, I loved all of those sounds in the book, and it was a very silly one. Alrighty. Okay, so our next song is our hibernation song, and this is sung to the tune of The Wheels on the Bus. So this one we have some action, we have some hand motions that we're gonna do. So the first one, so let's rub our arms. So we're gonna rub our arms because we gotta bundle up, it's so chilly. And then, let's see, the bears in the cave sleep all the time, so we're gonna sleep like bears. And then the squirrels in the trees, they get lots of nuts, so we're gonna rake up and pick up lots of nuts. And then the ducks and the geese fly down south. And then the people in the town wear hats and gloves, so we're gonna put on our hats and our gloves. All right, so let's go and get started with this one. The weather's getting cold, so bundle up, bundle up, bundle up. The weather's getting cold, so bundle up. Winter's coming soon. The bears in the cave sleep all the time, all the time, all the time. The bears in the cave sleep all the time. Winter's coming soon. The squirrels in the trees get lots of nuts, lots of nuts, lots of nuts. The squirrels in the trees get lots of nuts. Winter's coming soon. The ducks and the geese fly down south, fly down south, fly down south. The ducks and the geese fly down south. Winter's coming soon. The people in the town wear hats and gloves, hats and gloves, hats and gloves. The people in the town wear hats and gloves. Winter's coming soon. Yay! All right, so we got all bundled up, and we have one more finger play, and this one is Here's a Cave. So we have a bear, just like Grizzle Grump, who goes in a cave to hibernate. So here is a cave. So we have a cave, and then we have a bear, so our thumb on the other hand. So we have our one hand, it's like making a C, and then we have our other bear on this hand, and we're going to put the bear inside the cave. So here is a cave, inside is a bear. Now he comes out to get some fresh air. Oh, so he comes out. He stays out all summer in sunshine and heat. He hunts in the forest for berries to eat. So we're going to hunt. So with our little bear thumb, hunt for berries to eat. When snow starts to fall, he hurries inside his warm little cave, and there he will hide. So he's gonna go back inside his cave and hide. Snow covers the cave like a fluffy white rug. Inside the bear sleeps all cozy and snug. So when he sleeps all cozy and snug, we're gonna put our hands and close them together. All right, so let's do that again. So we have our cave and our bear. Remember, we have the bear inside. The bear's gonna pop out for fresh air, and then in summertime, he's gonna hunt for some berries to eat. And then when the snow starts to fall, he hurries back inside his cave. The snow falls down, and then he's nice and snug. All right, so let's do that one more time. Here is a cave. Inside is a bear. Now he comes out to get some fresh air. He stays out all summer in sunshine and heat. He hunts in the forest for berries to eat. When snow starts to fall, he hurries inside. Snow covers the cave, his warm little cave, and there he will hide. Snow covers the cave like a fluffy white rug. Inside the bear sleeps all cozy and snug. All right, that was Here's a Cave. And we have one last book to read, and this one is one of my favorite authors to read. I love this series, Karma Wilson's Bear Snores On. This is illustrated by Jane Chapman, and we want to thank Simon & Schuster for giving us permission to read this book today. Bear Snores On. In a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the long, cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Cuddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold winds howl and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat, tiptoe, creep-crawls in the cave from the fluff-cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dank, too dark, so he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pip-pop and the wind doesn't stop, but bear snores on. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" and a hare hops in. "Hello, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Mouse sips wee slurps, Hare burps big burps, but the bear snores on. A badger scuttles by, sniffs at the air. "I smell yummy yums, perhaps we can share?" "I've brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in." And they nibble and they munch with a chew, chomp, crunch. But Bear snores on. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night! What a storm!" twitters wren. And everybody clutters in the great bear's den. They tweet and they titter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire, Mouse seasons stew, then a small pepper fleck makes the bear achoo! He blows and he sneezes and the whole crowd freezes. Uh-oh. And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and he snarls. Bear roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. "You've snuck in my lair and you've had all the fun, but me, I was sleeping and I have had none." And he whimpers and he moans and he wails and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. Mouse squeaks, "Don't fret, don't fuss. Look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea." Bear gulps, bear gobbles, he sighs with delight, then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep, but his friends snore on. The end. That was Bear Snores On by Karma Wilson. And that one was a very sweet book about hibernation. Alrighty, so we are done with story time. So we've read all our fun books and sung all our fun songs. Now we're going to say goodbye. And just like our hello song, we're going to do a goodbye song with some sign language. So it's going to be the same thing just like we did with our hello friends. So remember how we said friends with sign language? And then so instead of hello, goodbye is just flapping our hand down. So this is goodbye. So goodbye friends. And then the same thing, it's time to say goodbye. All right, so let's get started with the song. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you had fun, and I hope you're staying nice and cozy inside on these very cold days, and you bundle up. And don't forget our winter reading program, so sign up on Beanstack and log these 2 books that we read today and all the books that you're reading all month long. All right, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.